Greetings, Andrew here. I do love me some anime, but I have no patience, so I'm going to give every new show of the Spring 2017 lineup one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today's anime is Eromanga Sensei. Ooh. For those of you who watch anime, you probably know what those words mean. For those of you who don't and don't speak Japanese, sensei, you've probably heard. It refers to teacher, professor, sometimes even doctor. Eromanga, well, manga is comic books. So a manga sensei would be a tutor or mentor of a mangaka, someone who's like mentoring you in comic books. Ero is like dirty, ribald, risque, adult, pornographic even. So Eromanga Sensei, so professor of dirty comic books or mentor of dirty comic books, something like that. So probably someone who writes dirty comics is going to be mentoring someone who's trying to write dirty comics. Let's read the show description. Masamune Izumi is a high school student who writes light novels. Light. Sagiri Izumi is a shut-in and my contact just slipped out of my eye and this went out of focus. Alright. Sagiri Izumi is a shut-in who never leaves her room. A year ago, she became Masamune's little sister. So, she's either adopted or more likely their parents married. But she adopted his name? Or he adopted hers? Or they just happened to have the same last name in the first place? But one day, Masamune discovers a shocking twist. The artist, Eromanga Sensei, who has been drawing illustrations for his novels, is none other than his little sister, Sagiri. His cute little shut-in of a sister who's been living under his roof is using an obscene pen name and draws lewd illustrations? ? Exclamation point. I'm guessing that's her in the goofy blue jacket. Is that green? Green or blue? Aqua. Jacket in the front. I'm guessing Masamune's the only other guy in the poster, and I have no idea who the other characters are. Why does she seem to have like a mask of the gal in the pink dress floating behind her? Well, no. No, the hair's pink, the hair's yellow. That's not a mask of the woman behind her. I have no idea what's with the mask in her hand. Weird. I wonder if this is gonna be like Oreimo, which was that would take way too long to explain. If you've seen it, you can probably guess why I'm making that parallel. Well, it was about siblings, and the younger sibling confides in her brother that she really likes porn, comics, and video games. And he's like, great, it's nice to have a hobby. And it's actually a really cute show. The first season. The second season is amazingly terrible. At least the first couple episodes, because I stopped watching it. The second season to that show is so bad, I thought I had the second season of the wrong show. I was like, wait a minute, is this the second season of the same Oreimo that I'm thinking of? Because I remember liking the first season and thought it was pretty cute, but this is dreadful. Honestly, I can't even remember why. I wonder if I can remember the full name of that show. Because Oreimo is an abbreviation of Ore no Imoto Ga blah 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 blah. The English title is something like I can't believe my sister's so cute. So it's one of those anime that has this ridiculously long titles. So it's like Ore no Imoto ga something Kono ni kawaii wake janai ganai, something like that. Nai. It's really damn long, so it's small wonder it's abbreviated Ore-imo. But I like the first season, so go check that out. That has nothing to do, probably, with Eromanga Sensei, so anime time. You know what really worked about Ore-imo? The characters. Specifically the brother. I'm a brother. I really enjoyed the fact that it was a bit of a contentious sibling relationship, as many sibling relationships are. But when it came down to it, the brother would absolutely go to bat to defend his sister and her passions to the death. To the death. Not to the death. But he would stand up for her to his father, who's one of those, overbearing kind of fathers that you see in a lot of stories. And that's very cool to see. This show, Eromanga Sensei, has none of that. At least so far. So we start with who I'm guessing is this kid's Masamune? Yeah, Masamune's father is like, hey buddy, meet your new sister. And there's a woman over there who I assume is her mother, and she's kind of hiding behind her mother, and this is your sister from now on. And it's like, wait a minute. Were you guys like dating and decided to get married and then introduced your children to each other? They'd never met each other before this point? Really? That's one way to do it. So he walks up to little, what's her face? Sagiri. And, Soggy. And says, hi, I'm your new brother. And she goes, hi, older brother. And his narration says, and that's the last I ever saw her. What? And so it cuts to later. How much later? It's really unclear for an uncomfortable couple of minutes. He's in the kitchen making breakfast, and he's making an omelet with ketchup on it. Ew. I think that's ketchup. And a little tray thing with fork and knife and a little personalized card. Please come out of your room. I just want to see your face. And he puts the tray in front of her door, and then he goes off to school. And I'm thinking, has it been a year? Is this just like the next day? Because I'm starting to... I don't know how to feel about any of this because I don't know how much time has passed. Within a couple of minutes, you learn that it's been a year. Why are the parents not saying anything? Where the hell are the parents? You never see them in this episode. Ever. Did they die? It turns out that I think the mother is dead. I'm not sure where the father is. I'm going to skip forward here, but, well, basically, he's, as the show description said, he writes stuff. Some acquaintance online known as Eromanga Sensei illustrates it for him. Turns out to be his little sister who holds up in her room all the time. Well, through shenanigans, through a live stream, he sees one of his personalized cards on her meal tray in the background of her live stream, even though she wears a mask, which is what that little pink-haired mask that she's holding in the poster is. That's what that is. So it's the mask she wears when she's on the live stream. So that's how he figures out it's her. So they talk a little bit, and she says something about, you know, her mother taught her how to draw and encouraged her, but when she passed away, I stayed in my room forever. It's like, oh, so, okay, so your guys' parents got married, you moved in together, and then mom immediately died? Or, I mean, because he does say, and I never saw her again. Did she die that day? Where's the father? Parents are often missing in anime, because anime does not care about the adults. We want to focus on high school kids, because that's always interesting. So oftentimes, the kids always... I have no idea how common this actually is in Japan, but in anime at least, parents are constantly just off touring America or doing jobs in other countries, and they leave their children home alone forever. Because you can't make a harem if your parents are there. Actually, they should probably try a harem show where mom is there. Tapping foot under the tap. Uh-huh, yep. Yeah. There's not really much to talk about with this show. It's kind of dull. There's nothing much happens. It's confused. I don't know how to feel about the characters because I don't yet... I'm giving the show the benefit of the doubt. I don't yet understand the situation, their circumstances. Where are the parents? I'm not totally sure where this show is going, but backing up just a moment, what I mean is I don't understand the circumstances in the care. Are the parents dead? Did the father kill the mother immediately and run off? I don't know. I don't really care for Sagiri. Sagiri. Because she holds up in her room, she stomps her foot on the upstairs floor to indicate, I need food, leave it outside my door. When she does let him in to talk to him, she's very rude in a lot of ways. But if there's some... I could excuse behavior like that under certain circumstances. But if you don't make me aware of what those circumstances are, she just comes off as an asshole. So, the first episode at least, it's nothing really that interesting happens. And you don't know enough about the situation and circumstances to really make an opinion about the characters themselves. So... yeah, I'm gonna call the first episode of Eromanga Sensei a bit of a failure as far as convincing me to keep watching, because there's really nothing in this show that says, ooh, you've got to see episode 2. Even a cliffhanger where some other woman shows, or girl, Sagiri's age, shows up at the door going, hi, is Sagiri-chan here? Tee-hee. Well, I mean, does she... I don't think she goes to school. Again, where are the parents? So, how does she have friends that know she lives there? I mean, is this guy just dense? Does she have friends over all the time? And he... see, I just don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm too much of a control freak. Maybe it's my problem. Maybe... it's okay that I don't know what's going on. Maybe I just need to let go and relax and let the anime wash over me. Or I'll just move on from the show to the next one. That can work too. See you next time.